Hello, welcome to Kutch. Time today is December 18th, 2025, and the Detroit Pistons just lost to Dallas Mavericks 116-114, moved to 21-6 on the NBA season. The Pistons went down 18 in the third quarter after Asar Thompson got ejected, Duncan Robinson got hurt, and a terrible 3.5 quarters of straight bogus from the refs. The bench squad was the ones who got them into this game, but it was the starters who weren't able to get it done. They scored 4 points in overtime, and that's what led to the Pistons not being able to finish and get the win like they could have. I'm going to go on a rant right now. The refs were terrible. John Goble, the head ref today, the guy who was making all the terrible calls today, should not be a ref. I mean, he's ejecting Asar Thompson for minimal contact. Asar Thompson does not make contact with John Goble. John Goble makes contact with Asar Thompson. They're the ones making contact. John Goble visually leans into Asar Thompson and then decides to eject him. You're joking me with that. I mean, how can you be a ref doing that? You have such a big ego. Such a big ego doing that to Asar Thompson. A more mild mannered guy. Asar Thompson deserves attack. I'm not saying Asar Thompson doesn't deserve attack, but to eject him after that, I don't know what Asar Thompson said. Asar Thompson said something crazy. I doubt he does. But then okay. But the argument was minimal contact, and that was the reason for the ejection. There's no way that was enough contact. It wasn't even minimal. John Goble leaned in. Like it's insane to me. Uh, and during halftime, JB Bickerstaff gets attacked for some reason when he's trying to take Cade away from the argument that was happening at half court with a different ref. With a different ref. Now that one, I think John Goble wanted to make the tech on Cade. Cade thought the tech was on him. Johnny Kane of the Detroit Pistons FanDuel, he thought it was on Cade. Greg Kelser after the game said that he thought it was on Cade. Everyone thought it was on Cade. Everyone thought Cade was ejected at halftime. They report on it. He doesn't. It's on JB. What I think happens, they thought, oh, Cade, you get a tech. Forgetting Cade already had a tech, so all right, we just got to give it to JB. You got to put it on someone. That's terrible. That's terrible. Um, at the very end of the game, the Pistons should have won that in the game. I'm sorry, the Pistons blew it, but that's a different story. Daniel Jordan gets the offensive rebound. JB in this post-game interview just said that he was calling for timeout. John Goble was next to him, knowing he was calling timeout, and he doesn't give it to him. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. It was terrible. Like I couldn't fathom how bad of a reffing job this is. I've seen terrible reffing jobs. I've watched college basketball. I watched Big Ten. The Big Ten refs suck 99 out. But today was targeted reffing. And there's no way I could put it otherwise. They had a vendetta. JB again in the post game interview said, "Well, we're going off past stuff. We're going off with the resume of the Pistons and what they're known for. That's going in with a mindset. You're not going in with an even mindset. You're like, oh, Pistons are dirty. Pistons are rough. So we got to give them text. We got to control them more. No, that's terrible. That's a terrible way to rep. And to even admit it to the head coach so he can say it afterwards, that's insane. A terribly refs game would be totally different if the refs were even today. I mean, the Mavs shot well more. They shot 16 more free throw attempts. The Pistons had 33 more field goal attempts. But the Mavericks shoot more. Explain that. There was some good tonight, and despite all of that, Cade almost had a triple double, 29 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. He was good from the inside and all around. His 3-point shot was terrible, but everyone's 3-point shot was terrible. We'll get into that a little bit. Isaiah Stewart, 14.7 rebounds, had a very clutch block against Cooper Flag that led to free throws for Danish Jenkins. But then Isaiah Stewart also misses one of the free throws that would have put him up with 3.5 seconds to go. So everyone was missing. Ron Holland, 12.7 rebounds. The team best plus 18. Ron Holland in clutch time doesn't play a minute. He doesn't touch the floor. No, not Ron Holland. I mean, I get Ron Holland's been shaky. Ron's had a very shaky game, very shaky season. But when Ron Holland is on, he's on. I don't think there's any way to argue against that. He's off a lot of games, but on the nights he is on, he's on. And today, he was on. Like he was one of the biggest reasons the Pistons were able to get back into it. they were able to cut the lead back. Ron Holland was a huge part of that, a huge factor, bringing so much energy to the defensive end, so much energy on the offensive end, just the intensity you need. But Ron Holland, come clutch time, even though he's a team best plus minus, no plus minus anything, but it's a pretty good statistic on a night like tonight, doesn't get a single minute. Instead, we play Javante Green. So we play Jalen Duren. I know Jalen Duren's been a soft star. I know he's been great. He has a good stat line. He goes 17 points, 13 rebounds. He missed 12 shots today. And it's not the shots to like Jalen Duren was missing the inside shots. Jalen Duren made 2 long 2s today, but he couldn't make the inside shot. He couldn't make the putback. He couldn't like I don't. It was weird shots that Jalen Duren was missing, and he was a negative 21 on his plus minus. I would have much rather seen Isaiah Stewart playing the 5 and Ron Holland being in there somewhere just to have some kind of intensity, especially because Jalen Duren, especially on the defensive end, was having an off night. Jalen Duren was overhelping and leading to easy putbacks by the Dallas Mavericks, especially in the last few minutes of game time. And that was a huge reason why the Mavericks were able to outscore the Pistons in overtime, even though they scored 6. It was 6-4, 10 total points in 5 minutes of the game. But whatever. I would have rather seen Ron Holland in just to see what he can do because we weren't able to see anything, and the Pistons were heavily struggling on offense once they were able to take the lead, and then Rod stepped off. Danis Jenkins, 11 points. He should be on the contract. I've said this so many times. Danis Jenkins should be on contract. There's no way he's a two-way player. He should be getting minutes. He wouldn't have got minutes tonight if it wasn't for the Sar ejection and the Duncan injury. I don't know why. I love Javante's cool. Javante's neat. Danis Jenkins has proven he's a dog. Night in, night out, he's a dog. Better than Carisford, I'd say. Danis Jenkins is that guy, and he needs to be on contract. Obviously bad. I already mentioned Jalen Duren. I'm not gonna repeat what I said. 6 for 33 from 3. That looks like a Michigan State 3-point shooting statistic. Um, I don't know how you're an NBA team and you shoot that poorly. Dr. Robson, the 3-point shooter, he gets hurt. It doesn't matter. Before he gets hurt, he's 0 for 5. Tobias Harris 0 for 2. All of them in like the first 8 minutes of the game. Tobias Harris was terrible today. Cade 2 for 9, misses a couple open ones. Caris LeVert over 2. Ron over 2. Javante over 2. Someone's got to hit it, right? So is it the rim? Was the rim off? The rim's all good out of adjust. Magic for hitting that shot in that room. Why can't you? I don't know. Pistons should have won this game. Despite the refs, despite everything, despite all the crap that they had to deal with, they should have won this game. But they blew it. The Pistons blew the game in the clutch time, and there's no way around it. But whatever. I mean, they missed 75 shots. They shot 122 times. They made 47. They missed 75 times. I don't know the last time I've seen someone attempt 120. They had over 100 in regulation. I don't know the last time I saw someone shoot 100 regulation. That's insane. But you only make 47, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All those offensive rebounds, they don't matter if you don't score. They don't matter. I don't know. They gotta. I mean, this game should have been a blowout. Like halfway through third quarter, the Mavs are up double digits. They're up big time. They had momentum. The Pistons looked like downers. They had their bench, like the third string benching. But you get it back, and you get this hope, and you think you're gonna win. You could have won. You were up. You were up 4. You were up 4. That's 2 possessions. You were up 4 at one point, but no, you still don't win. Klay Thompson misses an open layup. He gives you the overtime after Isaiah Stewart misses a free throw. But then you miss the clutch shots in the end, so it doesn't even matter. Just disappointing. It's disappointing loss. You know, disappointing. Next game Saturday against the Hornets. They should win. I want Cade Cunningham to dominate LaMelo Ball, especially from the first little part of the season where Hornets fans are trying to argue LaMelo Ball is better than Cade. Give me, oh yeah, right, all right. LaMelo had a good night tonight. I don't care. Cade's better. Cade's an MVP candidate. LaMelo's gonna make the playoffs. LaMelo's never made the playoffs. Cade has. Give me the Pistons. they better win. Thanks.